9:20. I'm on time. Look at that. Diane, how are you doing today?
I am fine, CJ.
Well, as I get settled back into the studio, I think it's really great to, always recognize the work that's done by the Alton Community Service League. The last time we spoke was about Vintage Voices. I'm sure we'll be talking about that again soon.
We will, very soon.
Well, and coming up, April the 11th, we're just a few days away, is the Swing into Spring Dance Concert fundraiser for the Alton Community Service League. This is going to be great.
It is. We're going to have a lot of fun, and it is our major fundraiser. You know, for over 30 years, Alton Community Service League wrapped Christmas gifts at the mall. And because of, the decline of retail at the mall and gift bags and gift cards, it just wasn't profitable. And we want to make a lot of money because we give all that money back to the community in the form of grants. A third of it goes back to beautification, which is part of our mission. And the other, however many thousands of dollars we have on hand, will go to organizations that apply for grants, such as the Boys and Girls Club, the Alton Symphony, Alton Youth Symphony, many. Mm-hmm.
Well, and I love the rapping station. I always thought it was such a really unique thing to do, and it's always eventually gets to a point where you have to pivot.
You do, yes. We were putting the women of the organization were putting in many hours with not a lot of return. So we had to reevaluate that, and now we're going to have fun at a dance. Last year we had a Mardi Gras, a 1920s themed dance, which was very popular, and this year we're swinging into spring.
This is going to be cool. Who's playing?
Steve Scheninger. Steve, I know Steve from Curtains Up Theater Company. He is a great guy. He's a great musician, singer, actor, and he has both an orchestra and a swing band that they play in the whole metro area. His group is just wonderful, and we have a little surprise. A local vocalist, Debbie Manicki. I think many people are familiar with her work. She's going to come along and sing a few numbers with his band for us.
That's so cool.
Yes.
Well, and I think it's just a really great sentiment too to really showcase all the talent this area has, because last year you had a great band that performed. This year you're gonna have another great musical act, and really to have Nikki G's there providing the food. You got the silent auction with a wheelbarrow of wine raffle we'll talk about.
My basement's full of wine.
There's a lot of components though that make the area what's known for our kind of leisure activities and fun. It comes out in this.
Absolutely. This will be at the VFW, which is there on Albee Street. 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock on April the 11th, which is a Saturday. I think we're going to open the doors around 6:30-ish. Mm-hmm. And come on by. There will be tickets at the door. You can also purchase tickets from any Alton Community Service League member, or you can go to Eventbrite. And if you go to Eventbrite, be sure you search Alton Community Service League, and then go to the events.
We'll show you here too. Oh, look, it's my face on the wall. I like seeing my face.
Oh, there you are.
I have a lot of city miles though, so that was me 4 years ago. Right now, if you go to the RiverBender.com website, you click on events, you can see the Swing into Spring dance on our community calendar. It'll give you a description and then give you that Eventbrite link if you want to get tickets online. Yes. Mm-hmm. If you don't do it that way and just go to Eventbrite, make sure you do type in that Alton Community Service League as that keyword. You can get tickets right away and really just be prepared for a great night. VFW has a great venue for this.
They do. We were there scoping it out. Large stage, lots of seating. We will have a cash bar, of course, and I think Nikki G's will provide water and soft drinks.
They have great food.
They do.
And now, you kind of mentioned earlier a little bit of the contributions that the Service League makes to the area. Mm-hmm. Take me through really the impact that you've been able to witness and be a part of.
Well, I've been a member for over 20 years, and one of the things that we ask of our grantees is that they come back the next year and talk to us about how our money has helped and impacted their organization. And that feels so good. We've had Al Womack, who for instance, he came back from Boys and Girls Club, and he talked to us about your grant helped us with whatever. Lewis and Clark Community College, we've granted money for their beautification projects. Mm-hmm. And even driving around town and looking at some of the flowering plants, and it just feels good to know that our efforts contributed to the beautification and to supporting organizations that really need support.
Well, and take me through how we can be a part of the Service League. What's the requirement, and how can we help keep growing?
Well, there's no requirement. Right now, it is an organization of all women, and our mission, our purpose for getting together and being an organization is volunteerism. We require members to volunteer at least 20 hours a year, which most people do that in a month, sometimes in a week. And so even when it's reported, the state, I think it's the state, it might be the feds, I don't know, they put a price tag on volunteer hours.
Yeah.
Yes, and our efforts, our combined efforts, in 1 month's time can add up to 5 figures.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it is. It is. Some of our members spend many, many hours at the various area hospitals volunteering, arts organizations, food pantries, warming centers. It goes on and on and on.
Well, and I think it's just a great thing to be a part of and to support. You can get tickets in advance and at the door. Correct?
And at the door, yes, they are $40 a piece. It's a little stiff, but please remember that money goes back into your community.
I look at it as $10 an hour.
There you go. That's wonderful.
Well, sorry, I did my math wrong.
Well, that's okay.
I could make it. No, a little bit over $10 an hour for fun, but it's still going to a great cause. You're having Nikki G's food, and take me through the silent auction and those type of components of this event.
Well, as you said, we have, I think we have a wheelbarrow now. The whole theme is spring, so you'll see a lot of flowers on tables and flowering plants in our silent auction. We are going to put together what we're calling a garden of gift cards for silent auction, and also a garden of scratch-off tickets, and we have wine. I personally am going to be donating 4 tickets to the upcoming production of Annie at Curtains Up Theater Company in July and August. That's coming up. We have a golf package. We have an overnight at the St. Louis Hotel in our fair city across the river, and many other really, really good bargains.
How many are on the team to put this together?
We have a committee of 7.
Okay.
Yes, but our organization is, like most organizations, our numbers are not what they used to be, but we have 30 members, and so we really have to work very hard to make these things happen with fewer people.
Well, and I think it's really just a call to action to the younger, community out there.
It is.
Get out here and really help, because the Service League has provided so much, and it's one of those things too that it becomes where you're always, when you're reliable for so many years, it's not like we take you for granted, but we just, forget that it takes a lot to keep things going, too.
It really
does. Takes numbers.
It really does. Yes, we meet once a month. We have lunch. We conduct business. We talk about fundraising. We report our volunteer hours. And again, I've been a member for over 20 years and one of the senior members.
Well, with that being said, before I let you go, what is, in your opinion, the best component of being a part of the Service League in general? Is it contributing, giving back to the community, or is it being able to kind of work together and put on events for the public and really, for the organizations too, because it's really for them more than the Service League? Right.
Well, first and foremost, like almost every organization I belong to, the most valuable component for me is a relationship in this case, among the women.
I like it.
Yes. And then, the feeling of accomplishment that we can contribute to the greater Alton Godfrey community, Riverbend community, and the volunteerism we do. There are some organizations and some groups that could not, they just couldn't, I wouldn't say exist, it would be very difficult for them to conduct business or do what they do without volunteers.
100%.
100%.
Well, and I think it's so important that you guys note the impact financially that the volunteers make for those organizations.
Yes.
Because without that, I think it's a real eye-opener for people to see that it really goes a long way.
Yes. Every year we, at the end of the year in May, our organization grants what we call a silver bowl, and that goes to the member who has volunteered the most hours during the year. And that's always fun too.
Who was the Silver Bowl winner last?
You're putting me on the spot. I don't remember. I really do not remember. The only caveat there is that you can't win it more than once. I have one at home. Most of the women now have one sitting on their mantle or on a shelf somewhere at home. Yes.
Awesome. Well,
yes.
Is there anything else to talk about for the Swing in the Spring dance?
Don't forget, it's also a dance. Not everybody is into dance.
What do you want us to dress up in? You know, what's the theme?
No, the theme is spring. So
there we go.
Yeah.
So no 1920s attire this time
Not this
around?
year. You know, just come and be as gorgeous as you want to be, and be prepared to enjoy good music, good fun, good food, and dance if you will.
Well, and I'm really looking forward to it, and really going to hopefully be able to pop in for a couple of minutes.
Oh, good.
At least be able to support the great efforts that you guys do.
We will look for you. We'll save you a seat.
Well, actually, just save me the wheelbarrow. Don't worry. Hey, before we take a quick break, we're going to be taking a short pause, and then we're going to come back in the 10 o'clock hour. I know I was keeping you guys updated on the conversation with the Alton Museum of History Association. They'll be on tomorrow at 9:20, and we're going to have that conversation. So there's a quick programming note for you, and then we'll come back with more Daily Show next.